I love when when the camera comes on, it says you're live. Every day at my age, that's wonderful to see. But I'm at probably what's the the newest memorial, or the newest whatever you call it, in Washington D.C. This is to World War I. They just finished it. It's by the Treasury and the White House, just about a half a block away. And here's a big a statue of Pershing. I guess that's General Pershing. I'm not old enough to remember that. I've been born during World War II, so let me switch this so you see a little bit. So this is it. It's a nice sit-down park. I mean, this reminds me a little bit of the Roosevelt museum, or it's not a museum, it's in the park, and it just has statues and memorabilia and sayings and things like that. So that's what this is. A Willard Hotel is right across there. That's a big-time lobbyist place. And over here is the National Press Building. That used to be the hub for all information. And the Marriott Hotel is there too. And I don't think it is anymore now with the internet. Park Ranger, see? I don't know, you see, oh, I can't, the sun is so bright, it's so bright. It's hard to see. But what I really want to talk about is what's available when unemployment runs out. Now, so many people were getting that, millions, maybe tens of millions and stuff like that. And there's so many other programs. So, when that runs out, and now you see the video I just did about a lot of it is running out faster than the law allows them to, and they're giving bonus money, like the $2,000, signing bonuses, and companies are doing that, states are doing that. It's all over. The feds aren't doing it yet, but it's mostly local. So look at that report I did on the last video, and you'll find more about that. But more importantly, here's what you have to look for. And if you're not, hi, good morning, size 9, you're a size 9, huh? Wow. I've been trying to keep to a waist of 31, and I've been doing it, but I fight it every day, man. My whole life I was a short, fat kid. Actually, I was so skinny my parents were ashamed of me. And then I started becoming heavy at about, I don't know, 8th grade or something like that. And just had to keep fighting it. Gained about 30 pounds. And after I got out of the Navy, I started losing it by running. And that's why I'm walking now. Actually, I just read the paper today, a 109-year-old guy in France who still bicycles 20 miles a day or something. He died doing it, but that's a great way to go. I'm sorry, I can't see the... good morning, let's go. That's not... it's hard. Sometimes my camera, what it does, it goes dark, and I don't see myself well, and I don't see the chats well. But here's what you got to do. Go to the description here. I put a link there to where I have a free report. This free report, that's Let's Go free training. Did I put that in? I don't remember doing that. Well, I'll check afterwards when I get out. Make sure. But it's free.letsgo.com/free training. You can download reports there. There's 2 that you should get to, because they'll help you, if you're starting to lose the unemployment. One is all the new Biden grants. Lots of money in there. I mean, that could be as much as $10,000 a year for you in those. So you got it, and there's about 32 of them in there. So go through all those, whether you have children, don't have children, all kinds of strange things, that you never knew to ask for, and go through it. Health care. Now more people are eligible for free health care than ever before. So you have to check in that. So all these programs are job training. There's a lot more money now for that, and there'll be more in the future. All that. Then the other download is all the state programs that help you do research, mentoring, free expertise to get you out of trouble. So if you download that report, you'll see the contacts in your state. If you have financial problems, if you have business problems, if you have job problems, all that is available in that report. And you should have that as my gift, because everybody in America should have that, because they don't organize it. The government organizes it a different way. They put like grants.gov, and that's fine for what it is, but it's nowhere near what, I mean, in there you won't find how to get $10,000 to train for a new job. You won't find in there how to get $50,000 for a down payment. They're not in there. I mean, they go to the catalog of federal domestic assistance and they see where it's money there, because most of this money is appropriated for other reasons, and then your state decides what to do with it. So that's why it's hard on a national level for the federal government. That's why I'm trying to do is teach everybody on the state level. This is where you got to find stuff on the state level. And it's not knowing a program, it's knowing who in your state is likely to have programs like that. Okay, knowing a program, that's nice, but that's too hard to find out, because they're all called something different in every state. They change, they come and go so quickly. So what you have to do, and this is why I have these state reports now, and if you go to letsgoreports.com, that's what I'm trying to do there. So for $5, you find all the offices in your state that is in charge of helping people with those kinds of problems. So the programs will be different everywhere. So I can't give you a program. That's too hard. They change too quickly, and they're different everywhere, and that it's hard enough to do what I'm doing there. That's why it's taken me 40, 50 years to figure this out, and I still don't have it right. It's still difficult. It still takes work, but this is the key to it to me, and that's what to me, studying this so long is I find other ways to do things than what's natural, because the data talks to you. At least it does to me. You look at it long enough, you try to figure it out, and then it talks to you. You see it. The puzzle unfolds. It's sort of like, when you get a box of puzzles with 2,000 pieces, and you throw it all over the coffee table, and you say, how the hell am I ever going to do this? And you do it eventually by just concentration. And that's what this is. I find patterns, I find likenesses, I try things, and a lot of times they fail, so you know not to do that anymore. And that's in a way what you have to do, because it changes every time for you. Everybody is different. And that's why I was thinking of another one I'll do soon about how expert advice is usually wrong. You're off to the experts and everything. That's why I try not to tell you what to do. I try to not give you advice. I just try to point you in where it may be helpful for you, because whether that works for you, I don't know. Nobody knows until you get there and see if it works for you. You're different. We're all different. And you have to try to make it work for you. And that's what we're all here for. We all certainly would like somebody to take our hand and solve every problem, but life isn't that way. We got to get through this shit ourselves. And the faster you admit that, the more you'll face the struggle and try to do that, because that's what it's all about. It's struggling through this stuff, and what tools that may or may not be available. See, my problem is I see Google, and you think, oh, well, all the tools are in there. Yeah, but you find them. You can't. There's 18 billion websites, and everybody that you're going to find is somebody who wants to sell you the answer, and you don't have money, so that's stupid. And the answer's probably wrong anyway. If you have money, fine, blow it. And if you have nothing better to do, you learn. We all learn from failure. So you're going to waste money, you're going to learn. I went to MBA school, and I don't know what that was at the time, maybe 50 grand. And I realized, it took me 3 failing businesses to learn all the stuff they taught me in MBA school. So, but I learned. I had to do it, and thought I had to do it, so you do it. And you suffer the consequences, but that's how you grow. You grow by making mistakes. That's why I feel the mantra you have to think of is just start using the phone more. Don't rely on the internet because the internet is too confusing. You got to get it on the phone, start talking to people. So it's really call, call, call. Keep calling, get that phone out, charge up your cell phone and start calling people. Then the next thing is you apply, apply, apply. And keep applying as many places as you can. That is sensible to apply. Don't. I mean, if it's a little easy application, okay. But most applications, try to call someone to say, hey, does this make sense for me to apply? And they say maybe. Sure, you're not going to guarantee you're going to get it, but you want to see if this makes sense for you to apply, because otherwise, too many, and I see this in members, Let's Go Help members are applying to stuff because they look at it on the internet, oh, that looks like I should apply. But one phone call and even waiting 20 minutes on hold for somebody will save you a couple hours if that's a complicated process, And also, if it's not for you, see, that's the place that could give you extra information about where you should be applying. See, they know all the other programs like theirs, and so they could tell you, no, a better program for you is over here and things like that. That's why you get it on the phone. That's why you get better information that way, and you should be doing that more and more. I'm going to try to get in the shade because I can't see anything. I don't even know if I'm still on. I guess I'm still on, but I don't know why this goes dark. It's sort of, see a little image of my funky hair, but not all. I think maybe it's reacting to outdoors, or I got some blotter thing on. Well, I see a little better now, but not really good. I can't read words or anything. But that's it. So you got call, 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 apply, 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 apply. And the other one is fail, fail, fail. You have to fail. If you're not failing, you're not doing anything. Life is about failing. It's like learning to walk. So if you're going to learn how to get free money, you've never done it before. When you learn to walk, you had to fall on your butt. Anybody, you have kids, you know that. I remember when I was raising kids, at 1 year old, they started to try to walk, right? And they just kept falling, right? And so what you want to do, you want to walk on your first step. You can't. Learning to walk means falling. No kid has walked, maybe there is, but, just on the first step and walk and, down the street. No. He had to fall 1,000 times. You got to do that too. You got to step out. Yeah, oh, I know you got good stuff. I'm going to read all these chats later, but I can't see them now. Oh, damn technology. But it's a little bit better than the shade. I can see I'm still on anyway. You should be a connection or a Canadian. I can't read that. So even if your unemployment is gone, don't stop. I mean, there's and these are kickstart programs. They're not programs forever. This is, you're in a hole, you got to get up, and that's why the government is there. And then what you have to do is learn how to do something sustainable, and that's create income. See, that's another thing. You go to your career one-stop center, who really is in charge of the unemployment. You say, okay, now that my unemployment is gone, how am I going to get a better job that will be even more money than I was getting in unemployment? Okay, they help you do that. They train you. They'll send you the course for free. Now, I just did a video. Look at the video. I just did about 2 videos or 3 videos a day on YouTube, if you're not a member. And you see what I did about, you could be at home for 6 weeks and take a course online at home. And without a degree, without background, without anything, and then start a job at 20 bucks an hour. I mean, that's not bad. At least you're out of the hole, you're paying bills and everything, and that's the first step. If you need more, then that's not for you. You try something else. I mean, there's different ways of doing this. I got help on water. I can't. Oh, it sounded like good stuff. Yeah, and members, don't forget, if you have something good to say of what you got, share it with us. Start a discussion and share it, what you got, because that's where people learn. When they see you got something, God, then I could get it too. That guy doesn't look smart. And that's what I always do with it. I always had a job, and in 6 months I said, that boss isn't too smart. Why the hell is he boss? Why aren't I boss? And I always wanted to start my own. But it was failing twice. I failed 2 businesses. I got an MBA in computers, and I failed starting a computer software company. Man, I must have been the only person in the world in the 70s that had a computer software company that failed. But that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Get out and fail. I mean, the problem is we don't honor failure. We honor only success, and we don't, show how it took somebody 20 years to get there. And we just think, oh, I just go to bed, wake up in the morning, and I'm a millionaire. I mean, that's stupid, but we believe that because that's all we see. So if we see it, we believe it, whatever. So talk about fake news, man. That's ads are the biggest fake news we have. You buy this car and you're gonna have girls following you everywhere, right? Ah, God, no. But make you believe that to sell the car, and that's what capitalism is, and it's a free market, so they're allowed to do that. Why not? If we're dumb enough to buy it. That's all. And it's all about setting priorities in your own life. What's important to you? The problem is, I think we go to school so long that we start think that everything else somebody tells us is important, not really what's important to me. That's why I would dress like this, because I'm trying to find out, this is me inside. And it took me 2 failing businesses and all that kind of stuff, and to find out, God, I wasn't happy doing everything that everybody else was telling me to do. And until I started looking inside and having fun and doing the things I thought was important, that's when it started to click. It wasn't easy, but it was easier to work hard. It's easier to work hard if you really want to be there. If you have a personal relationship that is rocky, well, if you want to be there, you'll work it out. If you don't want to be there, screw it, and you'll pull the plug and go somewhere else. That's why your heart has to be in it. That's why I'm getting into hearts now, and not question marks. Because if your heart's not in it, you can't make it work. I love your fit. What does fit mean? I'm a fat kid. I'm still a little short fat kid. I remember in grade school. I'll never get out of that. Still trying to lose 5 pounds every time. Boy, in the winter I put it on too. I still try to. That's why I exercise. Man, if I didn't exercise it, I'd be a little bitter ball all the time. And it give me more energy. The thinner I am, the more energy I have to do things. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to do things to contribute, to love other people, to help other people, whatever it is, professionally, personally, or whatever. And so to me, I figure out, boy, the thinner I am, or I could stay reasonably, fit, I could get more out of life, and that's, I think, what it is. Man, I read, somebody's looking at me. I thought they wanted to say something. So that's what motivates me more than anything. And plus, the more I do it, the more, God, it gives me energy. If I'm thinner, I have more energy to do things. I can love harder, work harder, and all that stuff. But that's bias. We all have different ways that motivate us and what's helpful and works for us, and that's what we have to do. We have to look inside. The outside, take it or leave it, but the inside is where the good stuff happens. And to me, the outside is, you don't know everything in life, so you have to evaluate and keep scanning. It's sort of like radar. You keep scanning. It's on the ship when you have these old-fashioned radars. And you see the blips, and okay, maybe I'll be worried about that. Hey, does that look interesting for me or whatever? Should I try that? I mean, all that is important. But to make it really happen, I think it's your inside. And you really have to work hard from the inside out, because then that gives you the stamina, the perseverance to hang in there, because it is going to take a lot of perseverance. It takes so much shit to try to get it right or try to do it. That's what life is, constantly. At least that's mine. Maybe you have a different life. I don't know. I can only tell you what I, experience, and that's 78 years, ups and downs. We all had ups and downs. people ask me, how are things going? I said, well, you know, it's up and down. And it is for all of us. But we see these, you know, commercials or ads or people talking about, you know, they think they're all rich and famous and everything. No, they're assholes struggling like all the rest of us. So get your own struggles. Find that. Find what's important for you to do, not somebody else telling you what's important. You know, because we're all different, and your heart, if your heart is in doing something, you're going to do that better than everybody else. If you're doing it just because somebody said, yeah, you're not going to be really good at it. Because you want to stop as soon as you can and go to the beach. Now, to me, the beach is just to recharge my batteries to get back to do this as soon as I can. Yeah, because this, I feel, this is important. And you guys have shown me that over and over again by your wonderful words and stories and everything. I had no idea what I knew does all that. I've been studying this stuff for 40 or 50 years, and when I see that, and it's only because of the internet. Before I used to do on TV, 1 minute, 2 minute commercials. I'd throw you a book, and you get this book, and you use it as a door stopper and never open it. You know, now it could really help. You know, almost one-on-one. You know, the description I mean, yeah, the discussion on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube, on Facebook. It's one-on-one. You ask me a question, I answer that. Only if you start the discussion, because afterwards, then I got other people that sort of help and they'll point you and give you a lot of stuff. But I will personally answer every new discussion on Facebook. And then we have Let's Go Help 2, which is really a place where you join up on your state and other people help you. So that they found this in your state. If you're all in Pennsylvania, you know, hey, I tried this, yeah, it was terrible, but over here is good. And so that's where people are helping people, which is terrific to me. And that's what I'm trying to do, because I won't be here forever. And that how we could sustain it and have it sustained by the people helping people. And if you see what a joy it is to hear somebody say, yeah, boy, that number you gave me, I was able to get this. That's terrific. You're just great. And you really did nothing but give them a number. It's not your number. You didn't create that service or anything. You know, like me, I didn't create any of these programs. I'm just a middleman, you know. So I don't feel like I invented it and solved, a cure to cancer or something. No, I'm nobody, just a huckster and an organizer of information. Yeah, and it's somehow become a value, and I'm shocked. You know, I've been studying information and databases. My thesis and my MBA was on databases. Right? This is back in the 70s. Right? I was always into data and organizing data and stuff like that, or people didn't know about it. And that's what, yes, you did it for me. Gave me a number. You go, well, let me know. Any of that. I mean, if you're not a member, send me an email at letsgofreeradio@gmail.com. I cut out the discussions on YouTube because too many scammers are getting in there pretending they're me or saying that they got this help, but they're all just scamming you for money. Anything I do, I'm never going to ask you for money except for $20 if you want to join Let's Go Help. Other than that, it's nothing. Always thinking a lot, that's unusually the case. So it's important. But if you have a story to sell, what you used, how you used it, with me or not at me, love to hear. Let's Go Free Radio @gmail.com, so I could share with other people so they see. See, I think that helps better. Is that they see that someone like you has done it, then they think me, I'm some person they can't relate to because I dress so weird. All weird people could do that, maybe not me, but no, it's for people. I dress weird and everything because I like doing it, but also to get your attention. And that's what, you know, how do you fight against the media to get your attention? So when I was a professor of computer science, you know, I mean, my first job was to keep people awake. because if I couldn't keep you awake, I couldn't teach you anything. So I used to sing and dance and everything, and just to keep people awake, so I could teach them this stuff. And that's what's important. That's what I see media is. And on the internet, marketing to me. And that's why I don't even buy marketing anymore. There's too much free marketing. That's why I think in business today, you don't need money. You just need an idea and use all the free stuff and try to figure out how to package what you need and what people want to hear it as. That's why I've been playing with this idea for 12 years, and finally, before it stuck. And that was just about a year or so ago, the first time. And yeah, I was struggling for a long time. But that's what it is. So get out there and struggle, struggle, struggle. Okay, fail, fail, fail. Call, call, call. Apply, apply, apply. Fail, fail, fail. Okay? So I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll do some failing together, okay? Thank you.